Yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
craziness. So we're gonna have a little eavesdropper. We have someone who voiced their opinion on what has therapy done for them as a woman. I had to disguise her voice because she said it was very distinctive and she did not want anyone to know. So you ready to hear?
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to say, I'm gonna have to say emotional regulating my emotions. Therapy has definitely has taught me to do that, and also help setting boundaries and also awareness. I'm still working on that, but it's just been a very, very long journey for me as far as emotional regulation and just setting healthy boundaries. That's definitely been a tricky thing. I have not seen an example in my household, so for me, it was just very tricky and just a challenge for me to kind of just set that into place and to just program myself and it just really put my foot down and stop stressing myself out. I was really good for that. I see the difference in my blood pressure that is not high now that I have set my boundaries. So I definitely think as a woman, that is what therapy has helped me and shaped me as well.
That's our eavesdropper who chimed on in.
Yeah. And interestingly enough, they were also talking about like boundaries. I think that's one thing that stands out so much. And every therapist will try to like that's the basic. That's the basic. So we start there, and you have to
Right.
have your boundaries. And because before I was looking at it like, oh, if I'm setting my own boundaries, that might be disrespectful to someone else, but it's actually not. You're just being respectful to yourself.
Self. Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, and they just said it as well. So
Yeah,
that
she said a lot. She said setting boundaries, emotional regulation. Um, I know she said that her blood pressure was even like lower after going to therapy because I guess her emotions were just all
emotions
over the place,
exactly.
and not setting your boundaries can you're allowing your friends to kind of just emotionally dump like all their problems onto you. You're not setting the boundaries for yourself, so you're kind of just stressing yourself out while they're stressing themselves out, or you're just getting anxiety or whatever she's feeling. She didn't really go into specific details, but yeah, that's like a silent killer if you don't
It is.
regulate it. Yeah.
It is. And you were also talking about emotional intelligence, like how important it is,
Yes.
and it really is important. And I think not a lot of people talk about emotional intelligence. People, when you say intelligence, people think like IQ, but there is also EQ, and it's really
Yeah.
important.
Yeah.
I would say sometimes in some situations, even like more um, important or significant because yeah, there can be we cross our lives with so many people, and
Right.
psychopaths can be really intelligent but then have
Oh,
zero
guys.
emotional intelligence.
Right. They can't
So
control their emotions. Mm-hmm.
yeah, so I think yeah, definitely important.
Yeah, I think the journaling helped me kind of identify where I need to start with my emotional intelligence because I wasn't able to just say, I struggle with this. It left me like speechless, and I'm just like, I understand the definition and her definition of it, but I just was like, I don't really know where I need to apply it. So journaling definitely helped me kind of just identify and start the process of the emotional intelligence of it all. But
Yeah, and a part of it is accepting our emotions. Like you
mm-hmm.
don't just suppress them because it's just gonna get worse. So and
Yes.
it's kind of like counterintuitive that oh, now I'm feeling angry and I don't want to feel angry. So now I have to like acknowledge and accept it that I'm angry when I don't want to be angry. So it's just,
Right.
but then once you go through it and you accept it, once it's accepted, it just goes away by like, yeah, you calm down so much quicker. At least that's what I feel. So I don't know how you feel about it.
I think I think it goes quicker because I know how I react to certain things, and I've been assisted by my therapist on how I can change my thinking, or what do I need to do to resolve it, or what activity I need to do to kind of just clear my mind from the whatever is like causing me to be emotional. And she also taught me like it's okay to sit in my feelings, like you're human, you're a woman, you're supposed to feel your feelings, but don't do the reactional type of thing and you're going to regret it later.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just it applies to so many things. I was working with people who suffer from anxiety, and unless they accepted actually that anxious feeling, we couldn't really like work it out, because for the first thing, so you have to acknowledge like, yeah, I'm anxious, I'm not denying it, this is
Right.
what's happening. Because if you deny it, how you're going to fix something that you don't
No,
that
it
you say is
exists.
not there. you know so yeah, it's definitely like one of the steps, and it's very important.
Yeah, identifying it or admitting that you are
Admitting, yeah.
something is like is the stepping stone, and then once from there you can kind of just comb through the root of why you're doing it, what's causing it, and X, Y, and Z.
And I also think what help, and I practice it every day, morning and night. And I teach it to my son as well. Like, let's say, tell me 3 or 5 things what you are thankful for that happened to you today. What did you like the most about this day? And that just like grounds us and brings us to the present moment. So we're not anxious about the future or depressed about the past, because we are just right now, right here.
Right.
And that's that. I think that also can contribute to the growth, the emotional intelligence.
Yeah. Yeah. I put little words of affirmations around my apartment. So like when I grab my keys, there's a phrase that says there's no cure for regrets. So that's like a constant reminder when I leave, like whatever you're doing, like you have to do it or you're going to be regretting it. I have another one in my office that says no, and the N says next opportunity, and then the O is opportunity. So I have like little words of affirmations just like placed in certain places, and then yeah, I'm probably gonna be changing it when the New Year's comes, but yeah, I think the words of affirmation kind of just helps me kind of just boost my
Yeah,
mind in a more positive place.
I like affirmations. I think they're amazing, and many people just like disregard them. But I think like they are so powerful, especially when you really read them or tell yourself in the mirror. That
Right.
affirmation, that's also very powerful. And I have like quotes, also a lot of quotes. I love quotes, and I have one right there in my board. You probably can't see it, but I really liked it. And it says, the last one that I wrote down like 2 days ago, it says that perhaps we should love ourselves so fiercely so that when other people see us, they know exactly how to do it.
Right.
And I just liked it. I think it's very powerful when we think about it, because we really have to love ourselves, because it starts with us. It doesn't
Yes.
start with the other person. So yeah, I liked
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, a lot of us kind of I'm going to say some of us women have been taught that it starts with when you guys are two and not just you are you as one. But yeah, it definitely starts with you knowing you and you loving you first, and then you're just extending it on to the other person, and also providing the guide of how you need to be treated or how you need to be handled and X, Y, and Z.